la tarde into her tent, we'd go into ours. We'd roughhouse and everything. And then we'd go into the tent where my mom was sleeping, and I'd see her crying. Whenever I asked her why she was crying, she never gave me an answer. All she would say was that things would get better. But that day that she thought would get better never came for her. People could see in the winter the ice on the field. In the summer picking watermelons at 105 degrees. When people have melons or cucumbers or lettuce or carrots, they don't know how it got on their tables. If I had enough money, I would send busloads of people into the fields and into the labor camps. Then they would know how that fine salad got on their table. Please, don't buy the grapes.
Excitement for yourself, you know? I can read a meter from 20, 30 feet away. 2, 6, 5, 2. 2652. 2652. Where is he? Where is he? You know, I've been bit once already by a Doberman. Oh, that's the biggest part of a dog's day when the gas man shows up. I even had this one house where I was trying to make friends with the dog, you know? He was a schnauzer. I started walking away because the thing kept barking its little bull head off. It just fell over on its side. I thought it had a heart attack. The lady, she says to me, oh, he usually relapses from barking too much. Yeah. Then they glare at you as if it's your fault. Dogs. I usually just hit him in the head with my flashlight. Then they'll say, oh, why did you hit it? The dog's not going to bite you. I say, lady, it's jumping on me. It's scratching me. So when nobody's looking, you kick him down the stairs. Even if he just follows you down, you give him a good kick for the one you missed a few houses back. Yeah. The biggest part of our day is dogs. Big subject of conversation. And women. You see a nice, cute chicken, oh, it brightens up your day. We got a code that we put on the car. We put a Q. That stands for cutie. Now, if you see a nice lady sitting there in a two-piece bathing suit, you know, she'll be lying on her stomach and she'll have her top strap undone. And if you go up there and you scare them good enough, they'll jump up! Now, to be able to scare them where they jump up and you would be able to see them better. This takes time. It gives you something to do. It adds excitement to your day.
Work? What a work. do is unfulfilling. So the TV talk shows tell me every night. I don't mean to complain at all, but they make you feel like it's your feet tall when you're just a wife, just a house nowadays. On the magazine, make a bunch of beats that are selling lies. If you go to work, but you're just a jerk. If you say you won't, just a house with a bliss, and you think it's fine. It's a choice of mine, but you know they know what I do, what I choose to do. Maybe dumb to you, but it's not to me. Is it dumb that they need me there? Is it dumb to care? Cause it's who you see. And I mean, did you ever think, really stop and think what a job it was? Doing all the things that a housewife does. Unimportant, all I am is someone's mother, nothing special. What I do is unexciting, kind of love. Hate to kiss you, I don't mean to complain at all. All I am is busy, every day. All I am is like my mother. All I am is just a housewife.
I wasn't about to become a housewife like my mother and sisters. I think I've always known I wanted more out of life. I was 15 going on 16. I was sitting in a coffee shop and a friend of mine came by. She said, hurry up, I've got a cab waiting. You can make $50 in 20 minutes. We went to a penthouse. The guy there was quite well known. What he wanted was to watch two women make love, and then he wanted to have sex with me. Here I was, doing nothing, feeling nothing, and in 20 minutes, I was going to walk out with $50 in my pocket. How many of you make $50 in 20 minutes work? And I was still in high school. It's terrific. Looking back on it now, I wonder why I was so quick to run out of that coffee shop and turn a trick. Oh, it wasn't traumatic, because my training had been in how to be a hustler anyway. Just as a woman. You see, we're taught how to hustle. The language girls hear all the time. Don't sell yourself cheap. Hold out for the highest bidder. What I do is no different from what 99% of the women are taught to do. I take the money out from under the lamp instead of in Chanel. What would I do with 150 bottles of Chanel No. 9 a week? It's a marketplace transaction. Somehow I managed to absorb that when I was quite young. Oh, I was a precocious child. Actually, I was very lonely. I didn't experience myself as being attractive. I didn't look like a Pepsi-Cola ad. I was bright. I didn't know how to play the games. Guys were mostly scared of me. Oh, they didn't want to get involved emotionally, but they did want to make love. At first, I was willing to accept that. It was feeling intimacy. Feeling close. Feeling warm. Look, you become your job, I've become a hustler. Even when I'm not hustling, I'm a hustler. What you do is what you are. I don't think it's terribly different from someone who works on an assembly line for 40 hours a week. Comes home cut off, numb, dehumanized. People aren't built to switch on and off like water faucets.
Wait 2, 3 seconds. Take the blanket off. Pick the wet felt up and balance it on your shoulder. Reach over, get the hose. Spray the inside with a proper stream. Turn around. Walk to the hot, dry dye behind you. Take the hot piece off and set it on the floor. Put the wet piece on the dry dye. Push the button. Inspect the piece we just took off. Stack it. Count it. 40 seconds. In summertime, temperature at our workstation ranges anywhere from 100 to 150 degrees. I've taken thermometers and checked it out. I have arthritis in the joints of my fingers. Naturally in my shoulder balancing that wet piece. The hose will sometimes leak and spray back on you. Hydraulic pressure leaks so you're slipping on oil. You have the possibility of being burnt every time the wet felt hits that hot dye. You're just engulfed in a cloud of steam every 40 seconds. Max runs 24 hours a day. I work 8 hours straight with 2 10-minute breaks and 1 20-minute break for lunch. I find it difficult to eat my lunch at that length of time. And that was a sailor, flew in off the water. My father was a farmer, and I his only daughter. I took up with a no good mill working man from Massachusetts. Died from too much whiskey and leaves me these 3 faces. Still work ain't easy, still work ain't hard. Still work most often is just an awful boring job. And I'm waiting for a daydream to take me through the morning. Put me in my coffee break where I can have my sandwich and remember. It's me and my machine for the rest of the morning, the rest of the afternoon, and the rest of my life. 40 seconds. We can't keep men on the tank. It's too monotonous. Think women adjust to monotony better than men do because their minds are used to doing 2 things at once. Or a man can only do 1 thing at a time. A woman can listen to a child while she's doing something else. It's the same way on the tank. You have to be automatic in what you're doing. Your mind is doing something else. My mind begins to wander. My days back on the farm, and I can see my father smiling at me, swinging on his arm, and I can hear my granddad's story of the storm that on Lake Erie. Vessel
When that whistle blows, you get a lot of guys want to sit around and talk. I just want to get out of here.
It's a pretty good day laying stone. You get interested in what you're doing. And you usually fight the clock the other way. You're not interested in quitting. You're wondering you haven't got enough done and it's almost quitting time. There isn't a house in this country that I haven't built. But every time I go by, if there's one stone crooked, I still notice it. The people who live there might not notice it. But I notice it. Stone's my business. Stone's my life. I daydream all the time about stone. Someday, I'm going to build me a stone cabin down on the Green River. I'm going to build stone cabins in the kitchen. Everything. Stone. Seems all my dreams. Gotta have a piece of rock mixed up in it. He builds a house with his hands. 30 years go by, it stands. It tells you who he was. A house of stone. The mason sleeps real good. He does his work. His workday flies. Quitting time's a big surprise. And then it's one more stone to get just right. It's always one more stone before the night. Every house he builds, every stone he lays, it's not just making money and counting off the days. He builds a house with his hands. 100 years go by, it stands. It tells you who he was. A life goes fast, but the work on mason does. It's made to last. Yes, the work on mason does. There's nothing in this world that's gonna last forever. But with stone, getting awful close. It's made to last.
I could have been what I could have been. I could have been something.
Major League Baseball player.
Own a little farm.
What I could be had been left to me. I could have been something.
And then the kids came along.
What's been destined? A tower of strength, a center of power, at $10 an hour.
It was always a stumbling block. I was going to work for a few years, buy me a car, head south. Well, I met the wife. That kind of changed my plans. You never know what you would have done.
So I come out different for my own enjoyment. I say, what's exciting at the bar that I can offer? Something. Maybe with cocktails, I give them a little philosophy. They order coffee, I give them political science. See, I have an opinion on every single subject there is. My bosses don't like it, so I speak sotto voce. But if I get heated, I don't give a damn. I speak like an Italian speaks. See, I gotta be a different. How else does the world come to me? Everybody's gotta eat, everyone's got hunger, and I serve them. I get service, but I can't be servile. There's a difference. See, I get intoxicated with giving service. It becomes theatrical, and I feel like Mother Heart. There's someone who don't care when they put down the plate. There's a sound. Not with me. And they move a chair in a train with the train on the ground. Not with me. I will have my hand right when I place a glass. Notice how I stand right and customer pass. Evidently pass with a gesture so gentle and doing it again till it's near Oriental. No, it's an art to be a wide waitress, to see that I pleasure each guest. With a twist of my wrist, if I let a fork drop, cut up a pork chop, it's all me being stylish and smart. That's what makes it an art. I remember one day, as I do now and then, I had shame. Boom! Down I went. There was a tray full of 7 prime tenderloin steaks. Down I went. But I kept my voice, not one guest heard me fall. I made a noise, not one noise, food and all. If you gotta crawl, you give them what they like. You carry your tray like a normal, not a like law. Not at all, it's an art, to be a fine face, this evening I treasure the best. So I shout, lay down, I say no matter, I feel static, you might burn the haddock, or put too much salt in a tart. Your steak, m'lady. See, I like to say m'lady, because I hate ma'am. Sometimes if I'm feeling playful, I'll say, your check, m'lord.
Well, now, how much do you think we should tip you?
Well, do what you want. Don't play God with me. Tips. Tips are important for people like Captain and Marvin. For them, it's a tipsy for me. I'm a tipsy just talk. Just boys and suddenly I feel like I'm Marvin. Among the roaches. Every night I tend to find myself crying. There's no word so trying or so satisfying. I tell everybody that I'm a waitress and I'm proud. Somebody comes up to me and says, hey, you're terrific. How come you're just a waitress? You know what I say to this? I say, why? Don't you feel you deserve to be served by me?
gone.
Ah, don't worry, Frank. Just you and me. Hey.
On the road, there isn't any women, folks, except for a couple of waitresses. Some good old girls that you might kid around with. So we trucked. We fantasized something tremendous. Now, you sit in your cab and your only companion is your own thoughts. You're getting mighty lonely not talking to anybody for 48 hours. Halfway back from Milwaukee, you gotta call your dispatcher. I tell you, you're even glad to talk to him. Yeah, Chad, it's Frank Decker. Hello? Dude, what phone company?
Operator, may I help you?
Yeah, I just got cut off.
I'm sorry you're in trouble. May I have the number you were calling?
Yes, 219-765-5910.
I'm sorry, sir, that number is busy.
Jeez, lady, I was just talking to the guy. What's the matter with you?
I'm sorry, sir. Perhaps the party is trying to reach you. Why don't you wait 5 minutes, then place your call? Again. Sometimes you really want to talk to them if they sound upset. For me, it's a temptation to say, gee, what's the matter? But you can't say any more than, I'm sorry you're having trouble. If you get caught talking with a customer, that's one mark against you. One man said, operator, I'm lonesome. Will you talk to me? I said, gee, I'm sorry. I just can't. But you can't. I'm a communications person and I can't communicate. Well, there's only about 7 or 8 phrases you can use and that's it. Operator, may I help you? Good morning, may I help you? What number do you want? Will you repeat that again? I have a collect call from so-and-so. Will you accept the charge? Please deposit 70 cents for the first 3 minutes. And that's all you can say. Well, anybody who's done hotel switchboard likes hotel switchboard. It's not lonesome. You're talking to people and getting outraged. They like it. It's strange. But you get tired at the end of the day. It's not easy when your arms don't really get tired. Your mouth gets tired. And they get pretty heavy at the end of the hours. That's why there's so many colds in the winter. You're so close. And you gotta reach out and plug in their nails. You try to keep your fingernails short because they break. Do I listen in on conversations? I never listen to those phone conversations, but I'll tell you. Some girls really do. I worked for Illinois Bell. I've never had the assistant operator. I don't know why. The greatest thing is listening in on phone conversations. Especially late at night. When you work nights, I'm sitting on the line with lots of money and just sit there and laugh until the tears go down your face. The night goes faster. You want to hear a good one? It's 1 o'clock in the morning and a phone call comes in. So I answer, Holiday Inn. Because we're not in the Holiday Inn. I was just fooling around. So my boss calls me in. Fran, why you do it? You're a good operator. We all love you. We just don't know why you did it. So I looked at her and I said, I was just trying to have some fun. I always thought of the receptionist as the dumb broad sitting at the front desk taking phone messages. Well, now I'm one. So of course I've changed my opinion. You asked me special, right? Well, because I thought I was special. I was fine until we had this office party. I'd be having, fairly good conversation with someone, and then they'd ask me what I did. When I'd say, I'm a receptionist, they'd find an excuse to walk away. So now I make up other names for what I do. Communications control. Verbal mechanism. There isn't a 10-minute break in the whole day when that phone isn't ringing. You can't think. You can't read. I'll do drawings. Small drawings. Sort of. Things of nature. Never people. I'll pretend I'm alone and things are quiet. I call it the land of no phone. I never answer the phone at home. Operator, may I help you? Bronson Fisher. Good morning. May I help you? Sometimes you sit here and joke. Operator, may I help you? Could you just take a handful of these bugs and dangle? Thank you. 903. Operator. Hold on. Disconnect them and see what happens. It's something to run into somebody who says, it's a nice day out, operator. How's your day been? Busy? Are you having a rough day? You are so thankful for these people. You say, oh, yes, I'm having an awful day. Thank you for asking.
I phoned my wife, 4 times every trip. In Calcutta one time, I waited 5 hours just to get a phone call through. just hearing her voice. I stand on the phone and actually choke up. My wife would be on the other end crying. I say, woman, I'm paying too much money for this phone. Go off that grind. But it was just so... But no matter how much you love your wife, the sea is drawing you. I like to die and be buried in fields, then kind of spread out. My dream is to buy a schooner, live aboard and charter. That's what my wife and I are both hoping for. Even at my age, I haven't given it up. If I get my schooner, that'll be it. That'll be it. I have both my love, my wife and my seed. Give me one more year. Just one more.
When I retired, first 2 years I was downhearted. Had no place to go, nothing to do. And I gave myself a good going on. So I said, you can't sit at home like that and waste your time. You gotta get out and do things. Well, the day goes pretty fast for me now. I don't daydream at all. I just think of something and then forget it. That daydreaming, it don't do you no good. Keep busy, keep moving, that's the trick. You wait, you tend, fold up to bed. You don't want to leave your couch open all day, you know, it's depressing. You cook an egg, you toast some bread. You cook for yourself, you save a bundle. You don't keep track of your money, who will? You think about the day ahead. You don't go feeling sorry for yourself. It's like I said, you can sit at home and be mad at the world, or you can get out and do things. And you take a walk, and you meet a chum. This one fellow that's over near National Biscuit Company. You can see the nice aroma. You shoot the bull, you argue some. And maybe he calls a couple fellas to come over and play some poker. You lose at gin until they come. This guy remembers what cards you picked up. A dirty bum. But even getting beat at gin sure beats doing nothing. You take the bus, you take the train. Go visit your wife's grave. On the way, you read the Reader's Digest. It does you good. Use your brain. Or maybe you go out and see your cousin and you bring a six-pack along. You take a stroll down memory lane. When we was young, we was always together. And raising Cain. Oh, so back a long ways, him and me. The times we had. I remember once, back in 22, we was at this fair with these girls we knew on this crazy ride where you screamed, are you afraid? The thing that I think they called it. We could hardly walk as we left the car, so we staggered down for a candy bar. Then we sat and laughed in the penny arcade. At 6 o'clock, you watch the news, and politicians get you so mad you throw your slippers at the set. You look some friends, no big to-do. Well, it's nice to lay around and straighten up, but maybe you call your daughter. You watch a game, you take the snooze. But then there's Sunday. Sunday's different. You change your shirt. and shine your shoes, but you're going round the block to the tavern. You shoot some fools, and you drink some beer. You don't have to drink a lot at one time. You have maybe 3, 4 in an evening. You buy the pal and his ear. You read a lot of your old crowd there on Sunday nights. Sometimes a bunch of you sing the kinds of songs you never hear. Like Pretty Baby, a teeth or two, and then you cheer. Sunday night we sang until we meet again. Oh, would you believe it? I once did a waltz to that number. I was the guy. It was at a dance. I was 17, and this girl was like from a magazine, and the lights were low, and I really mean low. I think a couple of my friends had something to do with that. Then I kissed her cheek as we waltzed away. I remember that like it's yesterday. Boy, was she surprised. I can hear her say, drive you home from round the block. You take your cash out of your sock. You fix the bed, you check the lock. You wind the clock. When I retired, a lot of people told me, Joe, you still got your health. You shouldn't have done it. But it was too late. I don't know why I retired. It's just a habit, I guess. But I got no regrets. I keep busy, keep traveling. I go to fires every once in a while. That fire we had over on Milwaukee Avenue about 3 months ago, I was there. I was surprised. The smoke was pouring out of there heavy as hell. You don't see no flames, you know. They must have had about 30 minutes there. You get the news over the radio. Why? That was some fire. Oh my gosh, look.
We lost the guy. I don't believe it. We lost the guy.
You saved 2 people. You didn't know there was a guy downstairs in the pool table.
Yeah, but we lost the guy.
I always wanted to be a fireman. A lot of guys want to be firemen. It's like kids. Everybody's still a kid. Guys 40 years old are kids. They just lose the hair, don't screw that much. I used to be a cop. I remember one time I was on the roof of this project, and there was this black guy about 6'7" at the top of the stairs. I said, "Hey, fella, turn around." He said, "Yeah, wait a minute." And then I noticed his elbows move around his belt. I said, "Turn around a minute." Then it dawned on me. The guy had a gun caught in his belt and he was trying to get it out. I said, "Oh my God, I forgot my gun." I said, "I'm going to shoot." The guy threw his hands up against the wall. And then I realized the guy was just trying to take a leap. And maybe a lot of guys would have killed him. I said, "I could have killed you." guy started shaking. The gun in my hand started shaking. I said, I must have been crying. I said, just get the hell out of here. So I took the fire department test in 78 and got called in 80. You know, the world is so screwed up. The whole country's screwed up. But the firemen, you actually see them produce. You see them put out the fire. You see them give mouth to mouth when a guy's dying and carrying out babies in their arms. You can't get around that. It's real. I worked in a bank. You know, you're looking at papers. You're looking at numbers. It's not real. But I can look back and say, I helped put out a fire. I helped save somebody. And know that I've done something on this earth. I always wanted to be a fireman.
You know what I wanted to do all my life? I wanted to play the piano. That's what I really wanted. You see, I write songs and things about my life growing up in the South and about my mama and my grandma. But I got my own beautiful black daughter now, and I got plans for her. So every morning I get up and I go scrubbing somebody else's house. And at night, I come home and scrubbing again. You know, for generations, that's all we've done is scrubbing. My grandmother, my mama, and me. But my daughter, she ain't gonna do no good. Because I ain't gonna be in for that. my daughter. She's a whole new generation. You know, that's what we got coming up today. A whole new generation.
My name is Ralph Warner, and I'm 19 years old. You notice the American flag on my lapel? I got 4 stickers all over the back of my car. I think America's the greatest country in the history of the world. Well, when I'm 50, we're going up that ladder. It's going to have to be a lot more than just looks. And to be a good mother, I would like to have 3 children, 2 boys and a girl, a colonial house, possibly one that leans towards a Mediterranean style. Because I like a lot of old things in my house. A nice recreation room, possibly a pool table. Oh, my wife can play pool. Thank you very much.
I was recommended for this job as a copy boy in the Chicago paper. So I went down and I talked to the editor. I told him how much I wanted to be a journalist. He liked me. I had a tie on. See, coming to work for me was kind of a missionary kind of thing. I was giving out organic walnuts and organic raisins to everybody. See, at this stage of the game, man, I was in a real mellow mood. And I was liking my job. Most of the time I was answering the phones and people would call up and they'd complain or they'd have a problem. I'd tell them, this is a capitalist newspaper, man. And as long as it's a capitalist newspaper, it's not going to serve you. Its purpose is to make money for its owner. So I tell them to call up the editor. Or come down and take over the paper themselves. You know, a lot of people responded very well to these suggestions. Well, then one day there was this vase with some flowers in it. So I sat down and I looked at them for 5 minutes, or 6 minutes at the most. And they said I was disrupting the office. I was just sitting there with my back straight and just breathing. Right? Instead of... I mean, that disrupts them. I wanted to be touched by these flowers. So I reached out. And I stroked a few of the petals really gently. I wanted to say, hey, plant, I know you're in this office and it's a real drag and you're really bored. But I love you. Well, the next day, the editor calls me into his office. And he says, blah, 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 blah. I wanted to take a baseball bat and smash his head in. Oh, hey, don't get me wrong. He's a really nice guy, and I like him a lot. I don't know if I'd get any pleasure from taking a 50 caliber machine gun and shooting him and watching his body splatter into people. You know, my fantasy all spring was getting a machine gun and shooting them all. Or getting a gun and walking right to the editor's office and saying, okay, how do you face your death? I've been thinking for months. What will I do when I get fired? I had to do something to show them that, hey, man, I'm better than all you jerks. I'm getting fired because I'm different. What can I do to show them? Smoke a joint in the city room? Or meditate in the library? Or kidnap Marshall Field and shoot him? I had to think fast. So I looked in the editor's eyes, and I said, I hope you can live with the conditions you're creating. And I turned around and I walked out. And I started to cry. Well, he comes chasing after me. Wait a minute. I'm not the one creating these conditions, you are. I said, no, man, I'm not the one who has the power. You're the one with all the power. So I hung around the office most of the day, and I sold copies of Rising Up Angry. And I was on unemployment. And they were real nice to me the first couple of times. Then this one lady told me, take a number. I wanted to say, listen, lady, I can wait outside your apartment, knock you over the head, and take all your money. But that's bitterness. I don't like being being bitter. I'm a pacifist. Heard a lot of songs say where you going, my son. Now I know they're true. Boy, you never stop to think how fast the years run. Now they've taken you. I remember you was free and happy. Mommy, we'd sit there and the things got quiet. We'd laugh at some new word you said. How tough you were to get to bed. We'd plan the night away. Planning for our kid. I was your hero then. I couldn't do no wrong as far as you were concerned. You thought I was the best of men. The tables hadn't turned. You hadn't learned how little time takes. Daddies make mistakes. Seems to me that lately I've been thinking a lot. I think about my dad. Lots of funny things come back I thought I'd forgotten. Now they make me sad. High school and it used to be. I didn't want him touching me, and I shuddered if he did. Further back to summer nights, baseball games beneath the lights, and sleeping in the car. My daddy and his kid. He was my hero then. He couldn't do no wrong as far as I was concerned. I thought he was the wisest and the strongest and the best of men. The tables hadn't turned. I hadn't learned how little time takes. And everybody breaks. Daddies make mistakes.
This may sound kind of square, but my kid is my imprint. You know what I mean? This is why I work. Every time I see some smart young guy walking by dressed real sharp, I'm looking at my kid, you know? I want my kid to grow up being a feet snob. I want my kid to be able to quote Walt Whitman, be proud of. I want my kid to look at me and say, Dad, you're a nice guy, but you're a friggin' dummy. Hell yes. You can't improve yourself, you improve your posterity. Otherwise life ain't worth nothing. You might as well go back to the cave and stay there. I'm sure the first caveman that went over the hill to see what was on the other side, I don't think he went there wholly out of curiosity. I think he wanted to get his son out of the cave.
Heard a lot of songs say where you going, my son. Now I know they're for me. Boy, you never stop to think how fast
one my dad could give me. I'd give it to my kid.
You want to hear about my job? Well, I don't want to talk about my job. I'll talk about something else maybe, but not U.S. Steel. I mean, unless a guy's a nut, he never talks about work. Maybe about baseball or getting drunk the other night. He got laid. He didn't get laid. I mean, you think about a piece of work. Even, let's say, Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel. This beautiful work of art. But what if Michelangelo had to create the Sistine Chapel 1,000 times a year? Don't you think that would dull even Michelangelo's mind? Or if Da Vinci had to draw his anatomical charts 60, 80, 90, 100 times a day? Sometimes, when I make something, out of pure meanness, I put a little dent in it. I hit it with my hammer, just to make it unique. I deliberately screw it up just so it'll get by, so I can say, I did it. I want my imprint on it, my signature, my mistake, mine. Yeah, it's not just the work. Somebody built the pyramids. The pyramids. The Empire State Building. These things don't just happen. See, I would like to see a building. Say the Empire State. I would like to see a foot-wide strip from top to bottom with the names of every bricklayer, every electrician, all the names. That way a guy could walk by, he could take his kid, and he could say, see, that's me up there on the 45th floor. I put that steel beam in. Picasso could point to a painting. A writer can point to a book. What can I point to? Everybody should have something that they can point to.
See that building? I was the one who did the design.
I was the one who drafted the plan.
Every detail and every line. See that building?
I ran the crane that lifted the beams.
I was the one who worked up the love.
Look at those bricks are mine.
See that building?
See how I go ahead in its grave.
See that building?
Funny like dust, I scratch my neck.
See that building?
I'm on the staff, I work as a guard. I'm in the floors and I'm in the good.
People don't know my job is hard. See that building?
Sundays a week I work instead. I do the book, I handle the mail. Down on the dot, I punch my card.
See that window? Up like a ledge, 10 from the top. See that window? Count from the left. 1, 2, 3, stop! That's where I work. Everyone should have something